Something about the will we had to never quit on each day, each out, and it just shows, the coaches, how hard we work.
How long do you think it's going to take for this to sink in? You guys are national champions.
It's going to take a long time, but, the team next year, they got a lot to live up to because, if we're the underdogs, they're the underdogs, so they got to do it too.
Hey, Josh, both the Virginia soccer teams were in the championship this year, and I know you're pretty familiar with the women's team, and they came up short, but the men won. Do you take anything from that, being, the tennis team won a championship? Just kind of your athletic department, the culture.
It's just an honor for them, just to have them win. It excites me because, as a school, we're all together. Our athletes stay together. And for them to win, it's something, and for us to win. But we do take some of those experiences that they had. I mean, I talked a lot with the men's soccer team and the women's soccer team about, how it played out. But, all those experiences just really relax us as a team when we're out here doing our thing.
Give us a little insight into Brandon Waddell and Nate Kirby tonight, but just in general, what they're like.
You don't need to know anything about Wads. I mean, he just had another average day at the job. 7 innings, game 3 of the national championship. But yeah, absolutely, he pitched his heart out today. And for Kirby to come back and finish the season, with the national championship, strikeout, just to do that, it's something else, and that just shows how hard our guys work.
It's kind of crazy. I stopped by Whoville today, and I bumped into the Waddells, and then he drove up with his family, and he got out, and I thought it was like his brother or something, and it was Brandon. And that's part of his routine, right? He goes out, hangs out with his family, and so here's a guy that's like 7 hours from the biggest start of his career, and he's just doing his normal thing.
He has his little meticulous way of, each day, each game, preparing for it, and, whatever works for him, I don't really care if, he has to go do something else, he can, but clearly him hanging out with his family really relaxed him because he looked really confident and calm out there.
You're obviously very familiar with this Vanderbilt lineup. You faced him these last 2 years. Any key juncture of the game today you feel for Brandon?
I think he battled the whole time, and he really limited his free 90s, his walks and pass balls, and I think that was the key, is kind of spreading out their hits and managing their offense to the point where they couldn't do too much. I think the inning after the 4th when we scored those 2 runs, and they got a guy on second with 1 out, and he was able to get that ground ball, and Kenny picked it up, and I think that was the big turning point of the game.
Thank you.